What's up, YouTube? I'm back. It's your girl Cookie, and we about to do a very anticipated video. So get out your pens, get out your paper, or get out your, your phone and go to the notepad. However you gotta do it, just make sure you put this information down because this is gold. We are gonna go over the top 10 things I think you need to know for running your own business and being your own boss. These are lessons I personally learned over the years, and I want you to be ahead of the game. So we are going to jump right in and make sure that you follow me on Instagram. It's @moneyupstairs. And you're going to get some tips and some information and some motivation and some feedback all the time. Number one. The first one is going to sound so cliche. And I know you about to be like, well, I already know that. But I literally mean this. You literally have to believe in yourself. And when I say that under the pretense that you cannot go into the thing that you think you want to do. When you don't give something your full attention, the universe feels that, your dreams feel that, your goals feel that. When I say believe in yourself, I mean give whatever it is you want to do enough energy so that it can manifest. I don't mean that you don't think that you're good enough to do hair. You don't think you're not good enough to open a restaurant. You don't think you're not good enough to open your own dance studio. I just mean that whatever it is, you believe in yourself enough that you go all the way in. If you want to start your own business and it's 7 days in a week and you're only working on it on Friday, do you really believe in it? You're not putting enough energy into it. I want you to put more energy into it. It's better to put 30 minutes into something every single day than just 1 day a week for all day, because you're literally putting habits on yourself. Okay. It is totally better to give attention to something that you want to grow in your life every single day for just a little bit of time, or even if it's 5 days or 6 days, then just 1 day. So I want you to believe in whatever it is enough that you actually pay attention to it every day. You shower every day, right? You charge your phone every day, right? You do these things every single day. You won't go without charging your phone, but you will go without charging your dreams. So make sure that you give it some attention. Give it the same attention you giving that little shawty that you texting all the time. You text them all the time. They're not even doing nothing for you. So instead of talking to them, you can just, sprinkle some energy into that dream business that you want to do. Okay. Okay. Number 2. And I am preaching to myself as we speak. And I've always told people this, and I have to take my own advice, but you have to hire what you do not know how to do. Now, there's levels to this, because when you're starting a business, you may not have the funds and you have to put on all those hats. I wore all those hats, but at a certain point, you have to take some of the hats off, if not all of them, where you're down to only making boss moves. So I want you to think of it in a way that is going to help you, because see, I had the wrong mind frame for a long time before I started hiring. And now I do have a full staff and I could take some more people for sure, so that I can grow. But I had the wrong mind frame thinking about the payout, thinking about, could I afford this person, do this and that third? Okay, let me just learn it and let me do it. And that's fine in the beginning to know how to do, various things, but you will burn out. You will burn out, and then you'll look around and you're the person doing your emails, and you're the person packaging your product, and you're the person running the social media, and you're also the customer service, and you're the buyer, and you're the person doing the text alerts, and you're doing security, you're the janitor, you're doing everything, and it burns you out. So do this slowly, do it in steps. Nobody says you have to run out there and go get a manager and go get a marketing person and then go get a model and go get all the stuff. You can get one thing at a time as you grow. Take your time. But when you don't know how to do something, you don't have to take a course on it. You don't have to sit in school for it all over. There are people out here who can do it for you. You can definitely check out some freelance websites. Check out Fiverr if you've never been on there. Check out Upwork if you've never been on there. Ask your friends. We have really smart friends. We have smart friends and family, and it's somebody that's probably surrounded around you that knows how to do something that you don't know how to do. But you may be having the wrong conversations with that person. Maybe y'all just always go out for margaritas and y'all always go out to drink, and you didn't even know that your friend was good at sewing, and you got a whole boutique. You didn't even know. So talk to the people around you. Pray about it. I've met people who work for my business in line at the grocery store. Like, no bullshit. Like, they asked me what owl did I get that cucumber out of, and then it was like, hey, just a random conversation spark. So when you're intentional, which goes back to number one about believing in yourself, when you're working on something day in, day out, and you're intentional about something you want to do in your life, things fall in your lap, they fall in alignment, and you don't have to work as hard. But definitely prepare yourself to hire what you do not know how to do. Do not burn yourself out. Alrighty. All right, y'all. I had to go warm my tea back up. So we're going to move on to number 3. So for number 3, I don't want you to take this one lightly because we are programmed to think grind. And don't get me wrong. I'll be a grind for sure. But you have to schedule a day off. Listen, I can't say it no more plain. Just one day. Even if it's not the whole day. Because I know somebody's watching. It's like, I can't. I don't have a day off. I got kids. I did this, that, and that. Even if, like, you just take Sundays off and you take, I don't know, from 4 o'clock to 11 p.m. You do whatever you want to. And you want to get a little grind in before 4. If that's what you got to do first, do that. And then I want you to transition into a day that is all about you. And I'm not jumping on the self-care train. The self-care train is mandatory. Whether self-care for you is getting a bottle of Moscato with your homegirls and y'all finna ride her up and down the street and listen to Future. If that's fun for you, go ahead. Or if your self-care is more of a massage type of day. Or if you want to lay down and watch funny movies with your person. Whatever it is, you need to let endorphins out in your body to be happy. You need to give your body a break from constantly looking at the screen and constantly thinking. You have to recharge your mind the same way you recharge your laptop, the same way you recharge your phone. So you look at it like, oh, I'm not working today. I may not make no money today, but you need to do the recharge so that you'll be good for the other days and you'll be your best self. Give yourself a day off. And I'm talking to myself still because I try to play here and there. I try to play, play crazy. Give yourself a day off. I'm not playing. And I'm going to check the views on this video and I'm going to come find everybody who watching. And then I'm going to go find you on Instagram or Facebook. And I'm going to watch you and make sure that you're getting a day's rest because we have to do it. And I'm going to hold myself to it. So I promise, I need you guys to promise that you're going to hold yourself to it. Okay. So we about to move on to number 4. Okay. And number 4, simple and straight to the point. Don't expect your friends and family to support everybody. Don't expect all of your friends and family to support. First of all, it's not their job. Second of all, don't nobody owe you nothing in this world. Third of all, they may not have the money. Or fourth of all, your product may not, have anything to do with them or they don't need to buy what you're selling. You're supposed to create a business. You're supposed to create a service to make life easier in this world or do something that you're passionate about. So there are 35 billion, trillion, squillion, million people in this world. I'm not saying that you don't have to go after them because in another video, I told you guys you definitely want to market to your people. I'm just saying don't expect out the gate that those are going to be your customers. Your customers are going to come if you market properly, if you put your all into it, they'll come. So just don't expect those people to be your first sales. I mean, think about it. When we was in school, I remember we used to sell those in grammar school. We used to have those at Scholastic Fair. We used to sell them Girl Scout cookies. And what would we do? You would call your auntie to sell them cookies, your mama, your daddy, your uncle them. You ask your cousins them what about them cookies, your neighbors. So early on, we were taught that those are the people that were supposed to support us, especially through that analogy. I mean, they told you to go up and down the street, randomly. My mama wasn't going for all that. Baby, we're going to sell these cookies to the people we know, and that's it. What you might not win because we're not about to be going too randomly selling all these Girl Scout cookies. But in that thought process of that, we are taught earlier that the people around us are supposed to support us. But when you get older, you are not, I don't want you thinking like that. There's a big world out here. There are plenty of people. So just make sure you don't expect it. If they buy your stuff, great. But be ready to sell to strangers. And that's just on period. Okay. So number 5, whatever you are selling, let me sip my tea first. Literally, let me sip my tea. Test your product. If you selling waist trainers, don't just get the waist trainers in from China and get slanging them boys. You didn't even wear the waist trainer. You don't know if it itch. You don't know if it work. Listen to me. If you selling some weight loss tea, did you drink it? Did you have your auntie drink it? Did you test it? Did you make sure it was good for the stomach? If you are selling something, test it first. If you selling shoes, put them on. Make sure they not, giving corns. Like, we are in such a time where we just want to sell. And we see other people doing it. And your friend says she do it like this. Companies that are making trillions of dollars, they're testing their products. You have to do beta testing. You need to test yourself. I don't sell nothing without testing. You're not going to say that I gave you something and I didn't have it. I didn't drink it. I didn't put it on. So make sure y'all test your products. You can do a small group testing with your friends, your cousins, or customers or people you know. You coming out with a new cheesecake. Let's just say you sell food. If you're doing a cheesecake, make sure the cheesecake tastes good. Just because you think it tastes good, you need to test it. I don't care if you're selling food. I don't care if you're selling clothes. I don't care what you're selling. You need to do testing on your product. Okay? I didn't stutter. Yep, because you selling something right now and you didn't even test it. You wow. You've been slanging dresses and you didn't even try one on. That's why I said I was going to drink my tea. I'm going to take another sip because y'all wowed and y'all ain't been tested. But it's cool because now after you seen this, when we know better, we do better. So now you have no excuses because I just told you to test your product. So I'm taking another sip because y'all wow. I am moving on to number 6. Okay, because these is I got them sitting right here. I mean, I might cut the video so y'all don't see me looking down at my thing, but what am I stuff for? I'm just supposed to memorize these off the jump. Nah, they in my notes, man. Come chill on me, okay? So we're doing number 6. Never do business without contracts. Do you help player? I'm telling you, I don't care if your homegirl, like, you having an event and your homegirl's a caterer, right? And she's like, I'm going to do the catering for your stuff. And you like, all right, cool, bet. I want chicken. I want green beans. I want mashed potatoes. She like, all right, cool. We are not doing that. You need to do a contract for everything. Use Google Docs. Draw up. I'm going to give you a simple contract right here. We right here watching the video. I, Jasmine, am agreeing to pay Brittany X amount of dollars on X date for chicken, potatoes, blank. She will arrive by blank time, 100% no refunds. If she does not show, these are the consequences. Sign a date. There are 100 apps where you can do virtual signings. I think Panda Doc, DocuSign, and you can type that up on your phone and you can send that to whoever you're doing it to. They can sign it and it can come back. So y'all don't have to be in person to do signings. But we're not doing verbal. We're not doing text messages. Oh yeah, G, I got you on the green. We're doing numbers. We're doing variables. We're doing values. We're doing concrete stuff. And it's going black and white. A contract can be 2 sentences. This is not law school. When you hear the word contract in business, don't get scared. That just means something on a paper that's concrete. It can be 1 sentence. Date, time, and signature. Because if you're thinking to yourself, well, most people think, well, I don't want to be the one doing too much, giving my friend a contract. You're not going to have no friends. Because when they don't come do what they're supposed to do, are y'all really going to fall out? And now you ain't got nothing to back your stuff up with. Well, she said she was bringing the green beans and she walked in with some broccoli. Now you mad. See, I told you. We jumping into number 7. Hopefully you still tuned in. Hopefully I got your attention. We're going to do a little free plug, though, because it's, I would say it's halfway through, but it's number 7, so it's a little bit over half. Again, make sure you follow me on Instagram and get in tune. And I'm going to put my website right here in case you need any business services. I got you, G. I got you. Okay, we're moving on. So number 7, I'm going to keep it quick. Don't discount your services just because you know the person. Now, if somebody wants to support you, and y'all rocking, y'all rolling, you can throw them a little something. When I say that, I say just don't get in the habit of it. Because every time you know somebody from grammar school, from high school, from college, your cousin, and they come into your business or they order something from your business and you slinging discounts like it's beef jerky, you ain't gonna have nothing. You're gonna be poor, man. Just keep a limit to it. Just keep a limit. Maybe your spouse, your mama, and one cousin. One. Don't get used to slanging them every single time, feeling like you have to. You don't have to. You can. And that's great. If you got it, go ahead. Just don't feel like you have to give a discount every single time because you know somebody personally. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Moving on, back with number 8, which is my favorite. Do not be that person, unless you're an introvert, that I'm not trying to undo your personality. But do not be that person that runs a business and you do not go to any conferences or networking events. Go to networking events. Go on Eventbrite, type your city in, type the date in, find out what's going on. Go to black tie events. Go to conferences, business conferences. There are so many. You can go to InvestFest. You can go to, there's like, well, I'm in Chicago, so there's like a couple black tie festivals here. Eric Thomas has a lot of financial, well, not financial, just motivational, and financial too, festivals. Your favorite speakers have festivals. You can Google financial festivals, entrepreneur conferences. Use Google, use Eventbrite, and make sure you put some clothes on. You understand what your brand does. You have your elevator pitch. Don't go to these things and you're babbling off about what your business is. You should be able to concisely explain what your business is and what it does in like 30 seconds or less with a couple sentences. And somebody should be like, oh, and you want to switch. You don't need to be going because it makes it seem like you're unconfident. So make sure you have your pitch ready and you go to events. Me, I was terrible at that. What I'm telling you to do, I was terrible at it. I had my videographer at the time, he used to drag me out the house to go to stuff. He dragged me. He would call me like, what you doing? And I'm like, working. And he like, I think you need to come to this. You need to meet X, Y, Z. I'm like, I don't want to meet nobody. And it wasn't like that. It was just like, sometimes I was just like super into my work and I didn't want to smooze and booze with people. Like I really wanted to just grind in my own respectful lane. So I had to learn that you need to come outside. You don't know who you will meet at this stuff. You don't know what panels you'll get on. You don't know what access you'll get. You don't know what resources you'll get. Eventbrite and Google. And find your favorite motivational speakers and go. Tickets are not always super expensive. And stuff on Eventbrite is like, sometimes it's free. But you want to be around people who are like-minded. And you want to be able to have those connections. You want to know other tax preparers. You want to know other entrepreneurs. You want to know people doing what you do so that you can go up the ladder faster. Sitting in the house and playing, I don't need nobody. That ain't the way. On my mama, it's not the way. Definitely check one out. Even if it's once a year. I ain't gonna make you every weekend go on smooze and booze with mugs. For real. I ain't on that. But make sure that it's something that you know to do. So, okay. Number 9. And this one, I could really sit on here about 45 minutes, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to talk quick, actually, so that I don't stay on this. Make sure that your physical health is right. Yoga, dance classes, gym, walking around, biking, exercising in the pool, whatever your choice, racquetball, soccer, I don't care. You need to move your physical body. We hold grudges in our physical body. We hold trauma in our physical body. Your health is your wealth. If you don't feel good, you don't move good. You need to take care of your body. I'm not talking about the outside. I'm talking about the inside. Go to the doctor, get checkups, make sure that your cholesterol not too high, make sure this not too high. Stay on top of your health. And again, it's just like number 1. I feel like it's like, oh, I know that already. You know it, but do you execute on it? When the last time you've been to the doctor? When was the last time you've been to the gym? When was the last time that you, without being forced to do, that you did? Your body is your temple. Take care of it. Take care of it. You to realize that it is okay for you to keep a job or get a job while you're going after your dreams. Don't worry about what your family got to say. Don't worry about what your friends got to say, and get out of your ego. If times are hard and finances are not where they need to be, you can go get something on the side and still run after your dream. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Don't run yourself into no hole trying to keep up no image. If you have to go do something to get those finances in order, do it. Because in the long run, you'll be running your business full time at some point. But we shouldn't be trying to operate ever in this life to appease anybody else but ourselves and the man upstairs. Well, everybody got different religions. So if you ain't into the man upstairs, no offense. But for me, as far as for me and my household, me and him. And sometimes times get hard. I mean, look, the pandemic came out of nowhere. A lot of businesses shut down. You don't need to be ashamed. You need to do whatever you need to do to sustain. Because but the same people you worried about looking like that you went back and got some bread, they're not about to pay none of your bills. So they can go there. They can go there. Okay? You make sure you do what you got to do. If you got to, jump on Indeed, jump on Monster, got to do Uber Eats, you need to do Instacart. If you got to do something on the side, just do it. Just do it. I promise you, you won't be there forever if you don't want to be. That grind, that passion, that work, that stride, the execution, it will get you where you need to go eventually, okay? So don't be ashamed. If you got to work on your dreams, do it. If you have to go back to work, go back to work. And that's just on period. All right, y'all. So I appreciate you sticking around with me for those 10 tips and pieces of advice that I want to give you for running your own business, that I wanted to give you for being your own boss. And I want you to actually execute these things. Too many times we sit on the internet, we watch these things, we don't execute them, live them, breathe them, write them down. If you like this video, drop a comment for me. Let me know that you want more. Let me know what else you want to learn from me. And that's all for today. I'll see you guys later. I wish abundance, I wish sales, and I wish everything else over your business. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.